What is fun to do in Spiral Knights? And dude, look. I mean, let's go to Haven and see if there's anything that we haven't seen before. I mean, from a game that has had mild stagnation for close to, what, 11 years now or something? 10. It's going on 10. It's going on 10. That's ancient for any game. Maple Story 2 is my favorite, like, analogy for that kind of thing. Would they last, like, 3 years? 4 years? Great game. But that's what happens when you don't have... Sorry, if you have a grinding aspect and then suddenly you don't. Why are we in Haven 4? The other ones are just so popular. Haven 1's where it's at. Let's go. I just destroyed the internet. That was interesting. We'll do some mild selling. Probably jump into the arcade. To me, I mean, we have been jumping into Lockdown whenever I see it, but it's rare. It's the same, like 2v. Sorry, not trying to name call too much, but like I jump in on non-AT weekends sometimes, and it's just a whole bunch of people who usually use it. And maybe this is just generalizing from the couple of rounds I played, but it's happened consistently the past couple of weeks. A whole lot of Polaris just shows up. It's very frustrating, and we all know what's going on with that. But anyway, the actual fun stuff to do, I think, is in the arcade still, or in the shadow layers, you know. And it may be. I know it's A mine B, but still. Hello? I love how it just locks up the entire game. But this is how we get our millions here. We sell a bunch of... We min-max on the little materials that we need. And from there, we get to at least enjoy a couple weapon slots. Holy smokes. A couple trinket slots. Trinkets are where it's at. We can do the whole thing in just like 2 weapons. What is going on with this, dude? You know what? I'm going to close Discord here. Apparently way too strong. Your power takes up too much. Oh. I know I've been heavy on the side of like Catacomb Feuds lately. Because whenever this game is so automatic at this point, because if you personally invest into enough time into something, it becomes easier to do, or rather the hard stuff becomes more automatic. You don't have to use critical thinking. Like, what's the little bit of critical thinking we have to do in this game? Our weapon outfits, and then it's all just playstyle from there. That's about it. Hey, that's actually not selling for a good bit. But I did see we keep that number where it is, so we don't disturb the force. Like, we could do Ghost in the Machine. But I haven't done an arcade in a while. I know this is probably the game we're going to do. Grinding for gear, and then late game is crowns for the shop stuff. Yeah, if you want to get into the meta, the absolute meta of the game, it's all about costumes. And then you play the buy-sell game, and you usually have to invest some money into it. In my opinion, just a bit. Not too much. It's all about trading, buy low, sell high. And it takes time. I think the actual fun part comes in this game in the playstyle. Like, before, there was no missions, there was just the arcade, which is my favorite part still. I don't want to do a Vanagate, I just want to go down to the arcade. And you join with, like, random people of any gear. Like, this could be potentially amazing. On the flip side, I don't want these at all. We always look at the last depth. Yeah, I don't want to do Vanna. Vanaduke is farmed. Like, if you haven't got... Look at this. Oh. Let's go to I mean, these are kind of rare, so let's go to the Sleepy Temple. We'll keep our party open. so you can get to us. Grinding for gear is one part of it, yeah. Late game is crowns for the shop stuff. Sure. I mean, you can go to the shadow layers too. And if you want to, it depends like which direction you go. Like ultimate late game, usually in every game so far, I kind of don't want to do the arena. But every game is, you get to a point in the main game and then you play for PvP. But PvP was never really updated here, so. It was to a point, and then because the game traded creator hands so much, like, no, I think people just honestly didn't even invest in the, we'll go with this. Didn't even invest in the, like the concept of the team-based game, which is a lot of fun. What, PvP lockdown? I see a couple random games here and there. I think Saturday or Sunday. It was no AT weekend. I jump in there with a whole bunch of Polaris. But that's not, I mean, to your point, you play for fun, or you play because there's a certain recipe there. In reality, it'd be really neat if you could just, get some amazing gear from doing so much PvP, reward your time. But you don't. You get maybe a bomb mask if you're lucky. And that's about it. We should probably get this guy first. Yatta! If you're lucky, you get the bomb mask. But even then, it's like, oh, okay. But in Amarocks, for some reason in this crazy game world, sell for a good bit. Come on down, I dare you. To the Paradise City where the grass is green and the girls are pretty. Get him. Whoop. Then there's the matter of, like, the bullet hell, but you can't see the bullets. Like, I play a bit of, Neon Abyss, and there's also the connection issue in a Java game. I mean, it's full of it. It's got its own charm. And when it came out in like 2012 or whatever, it was a lot of fun. A free 4-player game, that you could play, and you didn't have to grind a whole lot, but it changed. But grinding is sort of necessary. I don't know. You could say it rewards dedicated followers, or put your time into it. But the flip side is, like, I used to make the argument, yeah, sometimes I do spend money on the game because it's an option of, like, grinding Vanaduke for an hour, or literally working a half hour of overtime and getting like 2 to 3 times the amount of energy, like at my job. I mean, it's an argument you can make it. Mike, you did it. You popped them. Well, this part's a lot of fun. Yeah, you're right. When we my guild here, LePac, I can see on I'm a member of their Discord, and they're like all in Singapore. But they got they mostly only they try random games and they play like one. They're like, hey guys, you want to play in-house? And they're like, yeah, because nobody uses it. Like, everyone has like not top of the line computers, which for some reason you need to play this game. And they got no one likes Polaris and no one likes Auto Target, so they all play with like that the way they like to. And unfortunately, there's no way to make customized lobbies like that. That would seem like such a simple thing to do. Join my custom lobby. Predict attacks. Well, people, I mean, there's only so many ways you can approach somebody. As a guy who mainly focuses on, used to anyway, before everybody could be a gunner, focused on gunning and stuff like that. There's only so many ways people approach you, and they're, south is the camera angle that's favored. It's just like fighting in general. There's only so many ways someone can swing their hand at you. You just got to be a little bit better predicting it than your neighbor, especially if you have the distance game. Yata! Help me out there, Mike. You're always there when I need you. Most of the time. I was hoping to light him on fire. Getting sick of you, buddy. The alternative to dodging is just not worrying about dodging and be 100% offensive. Like, their illusion is amazing at that, last I checked. I know a couple others, like Feller, when he used to play, he was good at that. Things changed, though. Maybe he's not so good at it anymore. He obviously doesn't invest time in the game, hasn't for years. So typically when I jump into an arcade for fun, like right now my daughter's downstairs doing her distance learning, so I mean, might as well do something that I could like step away from if necessary. Catacomb Kids is probably the better version of that. But sometimes we jump into nostalgia. You gotta be careful with nostalgia because the aesthetics, stuff like that, could be viewed as like a drug addiction. Why are you still playing a game that came out in 2012 when you know it's going downhill? It's sometimes fun to visit. Dun 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 dun. Crap. Easy. Good. Just gotta carve out a little hole here and we're fine. Beautiful. I don't know if this is gonna work. Oop. We might actually get hit here. Ugh. Babu. Okay. Yep. Oh, and you got bugs like that. I hit them before, but nothing happened. I got the lung. Gentlemen. Gentlemen. Whoop. Oh my gosh, what have I done? I mean, you still have little things like this. The game is not 100%. Even if you maintain practice in it, just like anything else, sometimes it takes a good bit of skill and, you know, sharp wit, sort of, to make work. I mean, the predicting attack parts even goes as far as like just these things. Depending upon where you are, they're actually somewhere else. These things being the spikes that are shooting at me. Didn't mean to do that. It's okay. Come on in, gentlemen. Love-da. A little closer to the action, maybe. It's okay at sometimes. The other thing to do, I guess, is just decorate your guild house or be a completionist. I know guys who have like, with this weapon, the Staruska, who have one of every UV on it, max, just because why not? And like that's sometimes you get absurd. That's like hoarder level. Do you really need that? Perhaps. Wants versus needs, right? If you can afford that, I mean, what else could you afford that's, you know, legitimately useful? How many echo drops do you have? Hey! That waving cost me. It's not worth it. Dude, he's serious. Oh, he's got the right bomb, too. I like it. So anyway, this part here, honestly, here we go. This is the most fun part of the game itself is just jumping in here, having fun with it, taking various weapons, etc., and making the most out of it. So just for compounds, because of the wonderful nature of it, usually it's use the best set of gear that I have, which is not so high level, but it is. Actually, 1 second, I'll grab myself some water. My cat's talking to me. There we go. Gaboo. Just swing. He's got the bomb. Give him some bomb damage bonus. Probably the best gun in the game, Winter Grave. Oh my gosh, my bad. Not much love for the Antigua lines, but I can't help it. Get him, Mike. Freaking fireball power, let's go. And that bomb he has is probably one of the best bombs in existence. Next to the Nitronome, obviously. Whoop. I'm trying to help him. I can't see him in the mishmash of purple. There we go. He took care of it. Dude, he's a serious warrior. But Gothic fantasy. A serious warrior. No! Of a Gothic fantasy. He knows better. I didn't before. I just ran into the thing before. Beautiful. Like there, our giant critical decision making was it doesn't matter. Was to use this gear as opposed to other gear. We have our favorite loadouts. By the time, if you've already invested a couple of years in this game, you should know what works and what doesn't. I mean, you could just go generic neutral and win. Honestly, I probably should be wearing my shield. Oh no! Boom. Treasure payout, so amazing. Boom. Alright. Unfortunately, because there's a Griever up here, somehow we froze him. There we go. Beautiful. Dude, I like this guy. Careful. Alright. Let's join forces. By that I mean go separate ways. Beautiful. Well done. It's right on target. What a combination. Fiends. This is actually kind of bad. Fiends and beast slimes. what are they called? The Swarm, right? No, they're not the Swarm, but they sure seem like it. Might as well do another one. Oh my. Oh my, oh my, oh my. Let's go. Okay. One down. Probably a lot more to go. Wait, we lost Serious Warrior. He's gone. Crap. Oh, we gained a cat. I can't pause this game, cat. Boom. These little guys gotta go. I know, I love you too. You're my cat. I can't not love you. But you gotta be patient. There's little freaking minis here. Before you get a lap, I can't see. You weirdo thing. Can you stop spawning? Boom. There we go. Our poor Serious Warrior. Did he even make it down there? I don't even think he got the key. No, he didn't. Wow. Give me a minute. Let me route him. What hit us? Not really sure. That's okay. There's another bug raid. If you're up against the wall, I love you so much, but you gotta wait. You're a vicious killer of love. Alright, well, you can have a lap now. You got me killed. Your mission has been successful, cat. Furry Jelly, what a name. Feeling vindictive. There we go. Crap. Where'd you come from? Oh no. Got him. I earned that money. I'm taking it. It's blood money. You're done with your assignments. Go. Wait, there's more down there. What am I doing? Let's just go. We did it. We're a Serious Warrior. Abandon the party. We somehow have prevailed. And they're giving me jellies? Oh my goodness. We get the same. Oh yeah? Oh. There's a lot to be said. Oh, sorry. I was gonna invite some friends. It's okay, game. I don't know if that was worth it. Crown to energy ratio, but I mean, energy's been pretty cheap lately, so it's probably not that bad. Hopefully they all congregate down there while I'm busy fighting this mess. Okay, we're not up against a wall this time. Here we go. You actually got me. Stabby McStab. I hear my daughter yelling from downstairs, I finished all my assignments. Like, homeschooling is the best. Why have we veered away from this? Imagine especially with the ability to work at home. Hey, he did kind of get together. The ability to work at home, which I'm trying to invest in as well, since I'm home this week with my daughter. You can teach a child so much with more of a personal one-on-one relationship. There's another guy getting banned. And banned. Anyway, you can teach them with so much with a one-on-one relationship that you actually have a lot of time. 100%. Wow, that's awesome. See what I mean? And it's so auto-generated. You can also work from home on top of, like, have your kid become smarter with a personal one-on-one relationship. It's pretty good. Da, 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 da. Da. So I don't know, man. I'm thinking about this, like, how to become especially with the pandemic, ridiculous fear and obey theme that's been going on lately, and shutting down schools. In case you guys didn't know, here's some education for you, right? How does COVID work? Why does it make you sick? Anybody know? Raise your hand. So in case you didn't know why COVID makes you sick, what it does is it attaches itself to the part, I forget exactly because a couple doctors explained this to me. I have a couple in my men's group, a couple in the C.S. Lewis Institute. COVID actually attaches itself to the part of your body that regulates blood pressure as you age. So children as they grow don't need this, but like you and me, well, I don't know how old you guys are. Once you hit like, I'm upper 30s. Once you hit a point where you have to seriously watch what you eat and be mindful of what you intake, because you can't really work it off anymore. At least the ratio is a little bit offbeat. And you start to gain weight and your body stops growing, right? Up, it can grow out, but it's not up anymore. Then you have to worry about this, because then your body itself will start producing something. Oh my gosh, it's Chris. I haven't seen you in ages, dude. But it'll start producing something that actually helps regulate the blood pressure in your body in case you have an increase of fats, etc. And that's what it attaches to. So the whole philosophy of we should shut down schools is just absolute madness. It just makes no sense. Anyway, makes no sense. So I'm trying my best. It's a shooting party. I tried my best to regulate this to my daughter. She literally asked me this morning, Dad, why are people so afraid of COVID? And this is actually so she's 9. It's a bit to unpack. So I'm like, all right, well, it's the first time in our country's generation that they've all been faced with their mortality. America likes to forget that it's going to die. Secularism itself tends to ignore the question instead of dealing with it. And if they deal with it, what it leads to is despair, especially in children. As you grow up, your life is meaningless. You're nothing but material, start to finish. There's nothing before or after death. That's scary. That leads to, and depression is just going up. If you do the odds of you dying of COVID, like I was doing I have a audio paper video coming out with on the philosophy of truth and why truth is important and reasoning your way to the importance of truth. So when looking at that, I did looking at statistical analysis of how COVID works and how it kills people and how likely you are to die. I think the average age of death for COVID is 86 years old. 86! Thank you, Governor Cuomo, for putting all the sick people in old people homes. Very smart. Never said I'm sorry about that anyway. So 86. That and the suicide rate has gone way up. You are now one, I think it used to be 1 in like 95, and now it's 1 in 86 people in this country are likely to die from suicide. Like, it's really ridiculous, dude. Just because people are locked in isolation, because it turns out people need others. Because the heart seeks to know and to be known. So, it takes others to help you feel a sense of belonging. Feeling a sense of belonging assumes purpose, and every question that's ever been raised about the validity of good and evil and bad and poverty and justice, etc., is always raised by a person or about a person, which assumes intrinsically with the question asked that a person has value. You can't come to this conclusion or even ask the question without assuming there's value either in the question itself or the questioner. Otherwise, you're just asking something totally meaningless. So why are you even asking it? You know, that kind of thing. Hey. Money, 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 money. There's your philosophy intake for the day. I mean, I can keep going for a while, but this is kind of why. One of the reasons why I stopped SK, because my philosophy juices were going elsewhere. I can't recommend Catacomb Kids enough if you guys watch this. It's the game that is... I've yet to find another one where critical thinking plus reflexes was so finely combined. Like game reflexes. Like I every single step, do I want this or do I not want this? Will this help me or will this hurt me? Because every single step you take might kill you. So you want to up your odds of survival and you up your odds of forgiveness, etc., etc. That was a good choice. Next one's on me, buddy. Baba! Darn it. That's right. It's got the, what is that, the Rift Locker, right? Ba-boom! Sometimes it works. You get little flyers. Whoop, whoop. Oh no! They got me. I've been hit. Philosophy specifically, and when talking about transcendent, there we go, the other two word issues. It's been a big focus on my mind. And if it, again, just like anything else, this is the reason why America, who puts capitalism, consumerism, with a capital C, making itself a transcendent force, is up there. If I'm the first person to tell you that you will die, all right, Anna, good job. Then I'm sorry to break it to you. My friend, he's now my brother-in-law. His brother stopped watching shows because they were causing his children to ask about death. He didn't like that. And they're like 7, 6. I got a little perturbed about this, and I was also at the end of my day, etc. So I wasn't like... I really was like, why am I angry that he made that choice? I had to actually come back to him the next day and say, I think the reason I was upset is because, I'm going to keep this loaded up, by the way. It's probably the best one ever in history. But anyway, the reason I was upset is because if you as their father don't talk to them about death, who's going to? Also, my closet's open. Cat? Closet must get shut. We need a calm, serenic brown background. It's the ultimate judge of my character, what it looks like in the background. I've read this, I've read videos. Make sure your background looks interesting. We want dull, drab brown. Okay, let's start firing these open. It's a lot of fun. This area is probably one of my favorites. As far as like the newish ones that were made, this one's pretty good. So whatever gets in here, gets in here. And we'll go to the next one, and we'll do it again. And whatever comes near, comes near. And the mountain is the ultimate judge. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Oh, meow, meow. Whoop. Come on, Swift Strike, let's go. Yes. Two keys. Just kidding about that, by the way. I like earthen tones. Greens, browns. Green's my favorite color. You know why? Because Link wears green. Boom. Breath of the Wild, probably best game in the existence. A lot of fun with that. Boom, boom, boom. You make me a believer, believer. I keep forgetting we have a shield bash. Break me down, you build me up, believer, believer. Pain has a lot to do with truth. Because between true and false, in order to affirm truth, you have to have an alternative. It's the same thing with love. In order for true love to exist, it has to be voluntary, which means you choose one thing over another. So the other has to exist. It just has to. You beat me to the button. Darn it. Not that fast. It's always the last one you get. I'll go on ahead, yo. Got this. Ba-boom! In your face. I didn't mean to charge that. Chris has been around for a while. I don't think I remember him as being like an OG. But I do remember him. I gotta stop getting hit. It's getting very insulting. Also, Slime Casino. I haven't seen you in a while. What else could be fun to do in Spiral Knights? Complex math while you're playing Spiral Knights? Ugh. We had a, so we're having a house church because we are kind of upset with the mainstream churches going along with government. Even the government's using nonsensical feeling to override, to make law, basically. And my friend, he's really into history, more so than me. I'm more into philosophy, but he was helping me out with this. He's like, you know, every single time in history, everywhere, that government over people has had the power, the government never gives it up. The people have to take it away from the government. And I'm like, oh my gosh, that is so horrible and true at the same time. Get him, Mike. You know what's up. Like, I'm not looking forward to that, but dude, I could see it. The The weird stuff that's going on where they're just like, I feel like COVID goes to bed at 10 in California, so we'll just have a curfew. What on earth are you talking about, dude? Where's the science? Yet to be a scientific study. They can tell you there is, but there is not. I've looked them up. Of masks actually doing anything. If anything, they have a controlled study besides the one that was done on the Paris Islands. They found out they did with Marines. The ones with the masks actually did worse as far as like contracting diseases and just basic physical health than the ones with the masks. So we have controlled studies that say the opposite of what has been pitched to all of us, which is just freaking annoying to no end, dude. But also understandable. The world doesn't care about reason at the moment, especially right now. The world cares about feeling. Does it feel okay? But it doesn't even care about feeling. How do I know? It's more identity or deterministic. You're not even your feelings. You're your race. You're your class. You're born this way. You're not. It's not your fault. It's not your fault. The whole victimhood thing. It's not your fault. It's not my fault. This is how you get the whole intersectional. Like it's a groundbreaking. It's a historical event to have a black woman as the VP. If you guys would watch the debate of Mike Pence versus Kamala Harris, she is horrible. Like she has bad policy. She's known for sleeping to the top. She has kept people on death row on purpose by withholding evidence. This is something she's been known to do. She called her president a racist and a sexist while they were debating. When asked why, she just laughed and said it was a debate. No, that's not true. That's not truth. That's not a reason. That's you just being insane and playing whatever venue you need to play to get ahead. That's not a true character. To me. So anyway, she has nothing on Mike Pence. And Mike Pence is the best line of the whole debate, which you should watch more so if you haven't already. It's worth a watch, dude. More so than the Biden versus Trump, because that was just both of those were all three of them, I guess if you want to call it that way, were train wrecks. But the debate for Mike Pence, the best line was like, Senator Harris, you're entitled to your own opinion, but you're not entitled to your own facts. And then Joe Biden on the, like, and dude, all politicians lie. So I'm not saying Trump is no angel, dude. But you know what you're getting with him. As far as action goes, he was the most action-packed president, literally, in the recent memory. More so than the Bushes. I don't even count Clinton and Obama, because Obama just screamed racism the last time he tried to make policy, his policies didn't work. So he's just like, oh, there's systemic racism. That's why I can't get anything done. Like, no, you negotiate with people. This is what you do in politics. But because his ideas weren't working, it's not his fault. It resonates right to the victimhood spectrum, right? It's not his fault. It's the system's fault. So the system's got to be at fault. It's not your fault you're poor. It's the system's fault. Even though, hey, Pi, sorry, I'm playing a game where I just like, my finger's going autopilot, so I'm going on a political rant. I might do some, I missed one. I might do some CK later. That's I wanted something easy on the brain. And I'm like, I got to like 10 o'clock. So we're going to be rocking this out. I'm going to start making appointments, and eventually we got to go shopping. So not as much. We might do like an hour or two of CK later. As opposed to SK. Really fun runs yesterday, by the way. You probably saw the best one with the wrench, but there were some good runs besides that. Only two of them made it to one. Like when my very first run made it to the end, to the enders, and I got killed by them. We're switch shooting. S is for switch shooting. Here we go. Oh my gosh, it's Alchemist City. Take me down to the burn, let's just start dominating, dude. Little bouncy bullets. I feel like I'm playing Smash Brothers. All the keys we gotta hit. Anyway. Politics is okay to get into, but you gotta make sure it's not for everybody to be their like number one venue of interest unless you're actually in it. If you're just a spectator and you make your entire political activism just being a spectator constantly, you're going to go absolutely nuts because you're not doing anything you think your purpose is called for. Just analyze. Anybody can analyze politics. Anybody can analyze their parents. Anybody can analyze any decision made by, like watching sports. We see the professionals and they sometimes mess up, and then we can critique them as if we are better than the professional athletes doing the thing itself. But it's neat to be critical. It's neat to stand back and judge. Blame it all on the coach. Why does the coach get fired before the players? It's never the players' fault, right? It's always the coach. The coaches fire the players. Imagine if my kids could fire me as a parent. Like, what on earth? I don't know. That never made sense to me. I can understand the coach is not being a very good strategic leader. Also, one I think is harder to do than the others. Learn everybody's... Like, the players really don't have to learn themselves. That's a coach's job to learn the players. And the coach's job to make the players interact. Like, you got to play a parent. But you can fire your parent. And the kids make way more money than the parent. Like, I'm thinking specifically football. It's just so weird. Anyway. Gaomon XX. Dude, I made so many friends in this game just by jumping in random arcade parties. Rather, being a leader in arcade parties, because I love carrying. We should start joining some, though. The kids make better bobbleheads. You're probably right. Yeah. Who needs that stuff? Crystal meth is for the weak. Hey-o. Hello, Sir Felix. Imagine if video games were the same. Actually, you know what? I take that back. No, I don't. Because, like, you look at these guys that make the games Halo and Madden and every game they play tournaments in. I was about to say, yeah, some of the players make a lot of money. But the ratios... Like, I'm pretty sure the creator made a lot more money than the guy who actually just happens to be good at it. You know, Smash Brothers, you got your Mewtwo Kings and all that. What did they do? They bought a college education with their winnings from tournaments? I mean, it's not like a living. Professional sports is just a whole ridiculous venue, dude. Yeah, who's going to buy the sneakers worn by the 65 overweight coach? I mean, no one's going to do that. Please jump backwards. Thank you. I don't think anybody... I mean, maybe... I'd buy the shoe pads he wears because I'm on the concrete all day. And you know what? If he's going to be running around with the players and, you know, the appropriate age, I'd probably buy his shoe pads. But that's me. I'm not in the 18 to 26 consumeristic American male bracket anymore. I make common sense with my decisions. Madden does exist. Okay, yeah, good point. But wasn't Madden, like, the reason why it's so popular is, like, off of the video game itself, too, right? It's not just because he's Madden. It's because he had a game franchise as well. I don't know. Really, this is something I'm ignorant of. I thought... Okay, Joe Madden. Wasn't he a quarterback? Did he become a coach? Dude, I don't know. I have no idea. I don't either. I don't know sports. Everybody at my job, this is where there's an outage between myself and other people in mainstream working class, which is I'm a part of. But they're like, what football team do you like? And I'm like, I don't really follow him, man. I never got into it. It's just not my thing. And they're like, what? How could you not be in it? I'm like, I don't know. Who's your favorite philosopher? They're like, I have no idea what you're talking about. Exactly. John Madden football coach. Okay. Let's just get regular. It's just no point in self-limiting. Wintergrave, go. Boom. I saw you in the corner. What are you gonna do? So to your point, and Madden 2020 and stuff like that, the video game franchise, he is the one. Is there another one? Because the other ones are like, that's personally based, right? Then you have NBA Jam, MLB. They're not based on people's names. They're based on the series itself. Like who? But Madden is Madden. I mean, it's associated with a guy. I wonder how much money he makes, if he makes any. This could get a little wonky. Can we jump this way? Thank you. Flinch him. Yes. I can't see my friend. I'm the only one who ever goes up here. I know camera angle advantage is to the south, even with monsters. I don't know why I was insistent going up. I'm coming, buddy, because he could be asleep. That'd be a problem. Easy peasy. Pardon me. Freaking dude, we got bought some cinnamon buns with the frosting and everything. I thought we didn't have any, so I bought 2. We had a third one, so for the next 3 days. This one? Help. I'm paying, dude. I always pay every time I come down here. What else am I using my energy on? Got some radiance. Hiya. Boom. Dude, activating that orbital is pretty smart. I like Chris. I've known him for a long time. He's not in a guild either. It's weird. After being shot in the head 6 times, he stopped and paused to think. I love the AI in this game. Hey, 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 hey. Okay, that guy actually was a little smart. We ain't leaving yet, yo. Oh, there's dudes down here. No? Yes. I mean, look at all the John Wick movies. I guess maybe they did pause to think for just a very long time. Every single one of them. Yeah. Boom. Oh. Dude, he does not care. I got you, buddy. Oh my gosh. This thing's still alive. There we go. He took a lot of hits. Like that giant sumo wrestler that John Wick shot. He shot him in the head and the guy still tried to get up. He had to shoot him in the head again. It was very weird, disgusting, and you're just like, what the heck? Just because you're chubby doesn't mean you can take a skull shot. Come on. It's a movie, though. I understand this. More sleepy stuff. I like these levels, man. Oh, my daughter. Dude, I get up-to-date emails about my child's progress as well. So, like, 10:15 is when she has to get back. Oh, sorry, 10:4. Crap, I just missed it. It's 10 with a 5 at the end. 45. That's when she has to get back on. So if I could be on her, that's what I mean. Like let me work on my work at home stuff and make millions while being a homeschool parent. I can do this. Except I don't have a work at home job. I can't drive my forklift by remote control. Not yet. I'm sure it's coming. 1065. Ah. Thank you, Chris. Let's go. The pink one is the least lethal, and I chose to. I'm discriminatory, we're gonna say. Get him first. Boom. Easy. Oh, some CQC, yo. You ever play the first Metal Gear Solid? You know what CQC means? If you don't, it's okay. It's for the privileged. It's close quarter combat, CQC. I heard that, I'm like, what? Alright, I get it. Sorry, you don't have to play the first. Yeah, it's worst graphics than any online mobile game you could probably play right now. Let's go. Oop, we like green. Get my crystal based on color, not functionality. Yet. Mike. Fairly ineffective, but that's okay. Oh. Eh. Twinsies. Come on up, you little meowing beast. You can come up here. You're a ninja. Cats are always ninjas. It's just how things work. Yatta! I meant not in front of my eyes, though. I mean, where you right to the left. There you go. Crawl in. It's your safe spot. Oh my gosh, I was a little stunned. Think we're not doing this? You're crazy. There we go. Boom. Oh my gosh, he's amazing. Did you see that sidestep? Dude, a sidestep has like a 4-second cooldown. That is garbage. I would never use that. He jumps to the side and then sits there for 5 seconds, like, or 4 seconds. Like, Beautiful. I'm asleep. Help. He's done it. Narcoleptical tendencies. That's a word, right? Get him. Oh my goodness. Someone's not getting pets. This is the injustice. Am I in your pillow spot? Is that better? Oh my goodness. You're screaming for pets. It's like I'm being ignored. In your lap. I'm right here. Don't worry, I got this tiny thing. Took 300 bullets, but we got it. Shot in the butt. Oop. Hey, beautiful. Oh no! There we go. Just shoot you with a cannon to make it work. these are some healthy little fireflies, man. They're taking quite a lot. Watching Slasher Skeep, dude, gives me a new some new angst against mosquitoes or the like. I'll take damage to get that. It's fine. This guy's so lonely in his little sleepy universe. Here we go. Where did I'm ready. There we go. What's this one? Wait, I'm not ready. That's attack. Okay, okay. Little emoticons. You only got a couple in here. Like, you could, this game could have used so many awesome upgrades, just never got them. That's what happens when you exchange hands. I mean, who's going to want to learn how to program Java to upgrade this game? Jeez. Done it. I can check the actual time. 1075. Let's see what our monetary gain is. I mean, usually around this time, there's not a high newer player base. It's good to see familiar faces, so. Hello, Chris. 11K! I only got 12 radians, but I mean, that's something. I'm going to bring up something that... Store. This is a game that someone said I should probably play, and they might gift it to me. Oh, hold on. Hey, Willow! Come on up here quick. I got something to show you. Alright, I'm gonna take a quick break. Mr. Pie maybe be back with something else. I'll see you guys later. Take care. Bye-bye. Oh, it's called, I'll show you the game quick, then we'll go. Hold on. Boop. Desktop. I only got one monitor, so it just looks a little goofy. Here we go. Ready? It might deafen you. Let me mute myself. So, we might play this tonight for family time. It's 4 players! So it looks like you can, you get to be in charge if Christmas fails or succeeds. That's a lot of pressure. That's not nice. Play with a lonely reindeer or reprimand everyone else. Will you be a dictatorial tyrant in the realm of Christmas to make it work? The midwinter feast is upon us. Oh my gosh. You banter with the other elves. No one can complain. It's not all fun and games. Oh my gosh. Here's where the clutch is. You spend a week playing pranks on animals? I mean, it looks pretty fun, right? So they thought I'd be interested in this because I saw our video playing Strange Creatures, where all 4 of us played this weird, like the turtle cat or whatever they were. I forget what it was. But I don't know. It just looked kind of neat. Anyway, I'll see you. Enjoy your assignments, honey. That's the game. I'll see you guys in a few minutes. Bye.